The Way of the Superior Man, a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of woman, work, and sexual desire. Chapter 25. Know what is important in your woman. The feminine is the force of life. The more masculine a man is, the more his woman's feminine energy, as opposed to other qualities, will be important to him. If you are looking for a woman business partner, you probably want certain qualities in her, such as financial acumen, dependability, and the capacity to persist in the face of difficulties in order to achieve a goal. If you are looking for a woman friend, you probably want honesty, compassion, humor, and respect. If you are looking for a consort, you probably want a woman who freely embodies and expresses feminine energy and love. The more you seek a woman who gives you everything, the less you get of anything. Business skills are for the most part masculine skills in both men and women. Friendship in itself is a neutral, non-sexual matter, and sexual passion requires a clear polarity between your masculine core and your woman's feminine energy. When you don't prioritize the purpose of your relationship, these different energies often cancel each other out, and you are left with a sexually neutralized alliance. You can share many aspects of intimacy, business, friendship, parenting, and sexual passion only if you choose a single priority to the relationship and allow all the other activities to align themselves around your main purpose for being together. If you aren't clear about what's important, though, each aspect will conflict with the others. She will want affection when you want to get business done. She will want to talk about her day when you want to have sex. You will both end up compromising your true desires, and your relationship will be reduced to a functional but mediocre partnership. Over time, sexual polarity and attraction will diminish. You will begin eyeing other women as sources of rejuvenative feminine delight, the same delight you have smeared out in your intimacy by obliging your woman to be everything for you, all blurred together. Your business partner one moment, your friend another moment, a mother this moment, and your lover the next. Eventually, the deep gifts that brought you together to begin with become lost in the ambiguity of your relationship. In other times and cultures, you might have had multiple intimate partners, each fulfilling a different purpose, each partner contributing different skills, functions, and sexual energies to the whole. In our modern world, however, polygamy is not much of an option. For social and psychological reasons, most men and women of today want to limit their intimate scope to one committed partner at a time. Although, if you are like most men, you've certainly entertained the notion of multiple wives, or at least a mistress or two, each fulfilling a different purpose. Because you expect your intimate relationship to serve so many purposes, it begins to veer toward the utilitarian. By constantly talking about finances, work, household, and children, you turn your woman into a neutral companion. You become so familiar with each other that the mystery of sexual enchantment becomes standardized into the ritual mechanics of kiss, stroke, lick, pump, spurt, and snore. You begin to long for the depth of desire you once felt with your woman. Domesticity replaces mystery, and talk replaces tumble. Yet, if you have a strong masculine sexual essence, you will need frequent refreshment by the power of strong feminine energy, or else you will begin to feel weary and burdened by life. You may seek this rejuvenative feminine energy in a few beers, a few rounds of golf, or a few girly magazines. Or perhaps you favor long massages and walks on the beach. Although these and many other means can temporarily relax you and put a smile on your face, Few of them can arouse you as deeply in heart and body as the uncompromised force of feminine sexuality offered by your radiant woman in love. You are the only one who can decide what is important to you in your relationship. You are the only one who can clarify for yourself what the purpose of your intimacy is. If you decide, however, that the purpose of your intimacy is the passionate transmission of love, the rejuvenative healing of sexual energy, and the cultivation of heart through your mutual commitment to spiritual awakening, then be careful. Don't force your woman to be your on-call accountant. Don't expect her to always help you with your financial problems like a career consultant. Don't emphasize the daily chores while disregarding the bodily transmission of love for days and days. Don't squash the fullness of her feminine energy into merely functional roles. Your woman has the capacity to awaken your heart and fill your body with life. You, however, must give her the opportunity as well as the fullness of your masculine transmission of love. If you want your woman to be your spiritual and sexual consort, not just your housemate, you must skillfully maintain your household and livelihoods so that the potency of your union is not diminished. She can be the mother of your children as well as your business partner, as long as these functions do not cut into the primacy of your purpose, to serve one another's enlightenment through your unwavering commitment to love, and to enliven one another's core by the bodily transmission of love via sexual polarity. When these two aspects of your loving, spiritual awakening and sexual transmission become diminished by your daily duties, you will both begin to seek elsewhere for daily refreshment and fulfillment. You will seek feminine energy in the form of a six-pack or a mistress. Your woman will seek masculine direction in the form of a social cause or a masculine-style career. Your relationship will become relegated to a well-meaning partnership of domestic duty. This may be exactly what you want, or it may not be. In any case, you must know what is important for you, what is the purpose of your intimacy, and align all other activities around this central priority if you want your intimacy to maintain and increase its potency for both of you. All right, that brings us to the end of this chapter. And honestly, I'm probably going to have to go back and read this one again and process it a little more. And that's okay if you have to do that as well. You know, there's no pressure into having to understand this the first time you listen to it or even the first time you read it. Because, you know, again, I'm going to go back and read this for myself and see what I'm picking up. But I think the main gist of this chapter is saying it's not a good thing to force your woman to wear so many different hats to where everything becomes kind of mundane. You're asking her to do so much that's outside of her feminine core. So you have to know what you want out of your woman. If you want a business partner, then okay, you have your business partner. But if you want just your lover and you don't want somebody to confide in with business matters, that has to be clear as well. One of the main themes that I'm finding in this book and throughout life in general is that you have to know yourself and know what you want. And that's going to require you to be very honest with yourself and to do some contemplation. Without knowing exactly what you want, you're not going to get exactly what you need. Or maybe you will, you just won't be aware of it and you can mess that situation up. But by being aware of what you want from life, from yourself, from your woman, that's going to make for a better situation. When I ask myself that question, I know one of the things that I want from my woman is for her to support me and to take care of me in the sense of when I come home, I have a peaceful environment to be in. You know, having a peaceful home to come to, having a home-cooked meal and a woman who loves you, Those are the type of things that's going to motivate me throughout my day and keep me working hard, because I know what I'm coming home to, and I'm coming home to a woman that I love. So you have to ask yourself that same question. Like, I don't need my woman to be my video game buddy, but I do need her to be intelligent enough to where we can have conversations, and she can add to the conversations and provide me a perspective that I may not be seeing. But again, this is a conversation that you have to have with yourself and decide what is it that you want. Because if you're unclear, if you try to force too many hats on your woman, then I see what the author is saying. That's going to lead to a mundane style of life. But again, thank you guys as always for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You know, the world is in need of superior masculine men. And I know that by sharing this work with you, by us having these discussions, it's adding to that whole. The pendulum is swinging. We are coming out of the era of soft men. We're coming out of the era of feminine men. And we're moving into this time period to where we're going to need more strong and superior men to help right this world and make the kind of place that our women and children can exist in peace. That is my goal for sharing this information with you. I want to help with that goal. Because like it or not, no one is coming to save you. These are things that we have to do for ourselves. No one can make you better. You have to want it and do it for yourself. And one of the ways that you can do that is by having peace of mind. I'm going to leave the link to my ebook in the description of this video. If you haven't, make sure you check that out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate if you do so and hit the bell notification so you know when I upload these chapters. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Free your mind to have peace of mind. It's in the description of this video, and I'll catch y'all in the next chapter. Peace.